Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News, the show that may or may not be 5 minutes. Today in the news, Chris Metzen is headed back to Blizzard to work on Warcraft as a full-time executive creative director. Whatever that really truly entails and what he's actually going to do, I don't know. But it does say a lot about where the company is, at least in my view. But I know it's not just in my view, because even my very much Blizzard-loving friend, Crendor, had some thoughts on it, saying, this is like when your team's good head coach comes out of retirement because he couldn't stand watching the 0-17 Shadowlands football season, which is exactly what it feels like. What is an executive creative director? Well, I think it's kind of what I've always assumed Metzen was, a dude who walks into a boardroom and throws down a napkin and he's like, last night, I was sitting there watching the game, and I scribbled on a napkin this idea I had. Make it happen. And I feel like that's pretty much the vibe I've always got from him. He's an idea guy. He knows what works and what people respond to. Implementation, that is clearly going to be on the full team and all the devs there. But I think that's why he's back, is to give them good, solid ideas. The question is, why do they need Metzen? Like, what about Metzen? I get it. He's good at it, but why do they need him? Why isn't there someone who can easily just take up the mantle and run with it? It seems like it's been a huge problem at Blizzard where there is no one who has sort of like the face and the personality to be the one to come out and host a BlizzCon, right? BlizzCon is coming, and obviously Metzen's going to come out and do a whole thing. So I don't know, why is it that we can't find another Metzen for Blizzard? Why is that? As I've said before, even though right now Dragonflight is something that people enjoyed at the beginning, go look at the forums, go look at what's going on right now. People are bored. People are just bored. And yeah, that's the current content cycle thing. Even Final Fantasy XIV, people are bored right now. Welcome to MMORPGs. But if the whole thing of like course correcting your game was Shadowlands sucked, let's do Dragonflight, and people are still like, it does say a lot that they bring back Metzen, and you know what? Hopefully the man does it. I have faith in the dude. He is very good at being a creative guy. So I hope that good things in the future for Warcraft. I would love to give it a shot again once Bobby Kotick is gone. In other news, it appears that a ransomware group by the name of ransomed.vc has managed to get a cache of Sony data and is willing to spill the beans. We have successfully compromised all of Sony's systems, the group claimed on both the clear and dark nets. We won't ransom them, we will sell the data. Due to Sony not wanting to pay, Sony is for sale. In response to these claims, Sony told IGN, we are currently investigating the situation and have no further comment at this time. While the claim is yet to be confirmed, the group allegedly has posted proof of hack data, including what appeared to be the screenshots of an internal Sony login page, an internal PowerPoint presentation, several Java files, and a file tree of the leak, which seemingly includes some 6,000 files. Ransomed has said that they will do a post date of September 28th, which I assume is if no one buys the data, they'll just release it to the public then? I think that's what that means. All in all, I think this is pretty interesting. Not just because of the closeness between this and the Microsoft leak that dominated the news for a while. I mean, granted, that was by their own hand, but this kind of stuff is fascinating to me. I mean, surely this hack can't be as bad as the 2011 PlayStation Network breach that caused the entire service to be offline for, I think, 23 days, with 77 million accounts being compromised. But I guess we will have to wait and see what happens between now and the 28th. And then, in what appears to be some interesting Switch news, if you're a fan of Red Dead Redemption 2, it may be coming to Nintendo Switch, at least according to a Brazilian rating site. As spotted by a Twitter user, an unannounced Switch version of Rockstar's game is listed alongside the currently available versions of the game. However, it isn't immediately clear when the Switch listing was added to the classification board's website. The game was originally classified by the board in September 2018, ahead of its PlayStation 4 and Xbox One release the following month. So, to reiterate, no one knows when it actually was posted there. It was only seen recently. So this could be something from a long time ago that's just left there and no one changed it. It could be something brand new and we're about to get Red Dead Redemption 2 on a Switch. However, with that said, The internet has already begun to roast, already making the joke that this is what the game will look like. And I get it. If this is how Mortal Kombat 1 looks like on the Switch, then yeah, I got a feeling that Arthur Morgan may look a bit more gruff in this port, and not because he hasn't visited a barber. While the alleged port has no release date, I can only imagine that if it's released on this current generation of the Nintendo Switch, it would be via cloud. Or if the Switch 2 isn't too far away from us, then probably it'd be best to hold off till then. Just like how Skyrim was the third-party title featured in the marketing for the launch of the Nintendo Switch, maybe Red Dead Redemption 2 will be the run-up to Switch 2. Right? 2 in the name of Red Dead Redemption of the Switch 2. You know, maybe like a RDR2 on Nintendo Switch 2. The marketing copy just writes itself, and despite its lackluster price point, the recent port of Red Dead Redemption has received favorable reviews across the board, so it's not a huge leap to assume that Rockstar could be working on a port of its sequel as well. We'll just all have to pray to the screaming cowboy gods in the sky that the game doesn't melt your Switch or, I don't know, look like this. Anyway, that's it for today. If you missed my stream of Cyberpunk 2.0 yesterday, I went for like 9 hours. If you watch the streams that I do for Cyberpunk for more than an hour and you're linked on Twitch, you get a bunch of drops in game. I got a whole thing going. I had a blast. 2.0 is really fun. All the changes they made are great. Like I said, the game's good, but like right now they hit their stride, and I'm very pleased with it. So that's it for me. I'll play more Cyberpunk this week. If you're looking to check that out, we'll get more all the other different videos up on Cox Clips, and also a Void Crew video is out right now. So go watch that. Go see what that game's about. If you haven't seen the stuff already on Cox Clips, check out the best of right now on this channel, and I'll see you all tomorrow for another episode of 5 Minute Gaming News.